Welcome, everybody, to the Week 6 weekly recap of Modelo Time Fantasy Football League. I'm joined by the league's only remaining undefeated team, and Seth Sucks team owner, Seth. You're not welcome here.
Okay.
That's just kidding. Seth, do you have anything to say about being undefeated first of all?
I mean, it's expected at this point.
Okay, we're done. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, that was it. You're good. Keep going.
We'll go ahead and get on into the weekly recap. My chair is super creaky today. If you hear it, no, you didn't. First game of the week is Modelo's Most Wanted facing Kissing Cousins. And Modelo's Most Wanted comes away with the victory 118-111. This game came down to Monday night as Modelo Most Wanted had 3 players playing and Kissing Cousins had 1. It was a back-and-forth battle all weekend, but Modelo's Most Wanted was able to squeak this one out. Behind a very average performance from Herbert, Eckler, and Palmer. The Sunday charge was... What? It was Leaf, but...
Leaf Boo Jamar Chase?
Leaf.
Led by Jamar Chase.
Led by... Trev, learn how to type. Jeez. Was led by Jamar Chase, who was the wide receiver 1 on the week. Kissing Cousins was led by waiver wire wonder Deion Jackson, who played a big role in making this game competitive. At 2-4, Kissing Cousins sits in a 5-way tie for that last playoff spot.
Oh.
Who's 1-5?
I think he's just 1-5, right?
I thought he was 1-5.
He said at 2-4 though. So he's not in the conversation if he's 1-5. Let me look.
I thought he was 1-5.
Yeah, he's out of the 5-way tie for the last.
He is 1-5.
Yeah, he's 1-5.
He's 1-5.
Everyone else is in the.
Heard it here first, folks. He's 1-5. Let's get to Trev's quote first. It only takes 2 to be on a streak, and putting back-to-back wins together for the first time this season feels good. Guys are starting to gel together. I think putting them all on the block made them realize that they enjoy playing with each other. Hopefully we can keep it rolling next week. And Steven had this to say: the numbers don't lie. I've scored the 6th most points and have the 2nd most points against. My performance shouldn't result in a 1-5 record. I guess we could have just looked right there. It feels like middle school all over again. Even though I was a neat kid who was captain of the chess team, had a stunningly realistic model train, and a purple belt in karate, my value didn't translate into a date to the fall formal. Make all the trade offers. I'm here for it. Now, Seth, I don't know if you know this. It's funny that Steven mentions being the 6th, scoring the 6th most points. He does. He is the 6th highest scoring team. But 5th place is 100 points ahead of him.
Oh. Wow.
So there's 5 teams at 700 or above, and then he's at like 602.
Who has the least amount of points?
No idea. I think it's
okay.
Ben.
Oh.
But I don't know.
He'll probably beat me this week.
Probably. Do you have anything to say about this game, Seth?
Trev's team is great. Yeah, it makes sense that he won.
Look at this guy. Phenomenal. All right, next matchup, Just Jalen facing Tight End Factory Reincarnated in a close one. Just Jalen gets the dub, 94-89. A Monday Night Miracle. One-legged Dustin Hopkins was able to outscore Broncos running back Mike Boone to lead Just Jalen to victory. Another big performance from Breece Hall was the story in this one. The rookie continues to prove why he is the franchise piece that this Just Jalen organization has been missing. In a sketchy trade, 1-week rental quarterback Trevor Lawrence and Mark Andrews did everything they could for Tight End Factory, but it wasn't enough. Both of these teams are in the logjam of teams tied for 6th. And neither one of them could be reached for comment because they both suck. Seth, do you have anything?
Yeah, Levi gets a big win on his birthday, so that's pretty cool.
That is
it was
true.
his birthday yesterday,
It
so
was.
And bright young future with that team and Just Jalen. So yeah.
Yeah. I've talked enough about his team. I need to quit bringing his team up. Saving that game. Up next, we'll have Sutton on TDs facing Bad Mother Tucker. Sutton on TDs getting the win, 99-69. Nice. In a matchup of teams who were both disappointing compared to their projections, Sutton on TDs were able to come out on top, led by Patrick Mahomes. Bad Mother Tucker will continue to struggle this season as they play with Lamar Jackson in a much and a bunch of leftover scraps as they break down the roster. Their only bright spot came from their first-round pick, Wan'Dale Robinson, as he scored his first touchdown of his career.
Oh, Wan'Dale scored this week?
Wan'Dale scored this week. I didn't know that either.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
That is awesome. I'm just happy I got the dub. I had a lot of disappointing.
Yeah, I will say the better team did not win in this matchup for sure. But yeah,
you're never being a guest on here again. This is the worst show ever. No, I had a lot of disappointing games, and I had some key players on bye. I have even more key players on bye this week though. So
who's the biggest one on bye for you this week?
Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah, that's
and
tough.
AJ Brown.
Yeah. That's tough.
But I do have Derrick Henry back this week, so that'll be nice. Derrick Henry and Saquon.
He'll go for like 240 and 3 touchdowns probably, so you're good.
Probably. It needs to snow in Vermont. And again, Eric, unable to be reached for comment, keeping with his status quo of team mantra for the year, which we all know what that is, so I don't need to say it. Fuck off. Up next, we have Skull Purple Nurples. Playing Team Barrett Peanut. Skull Purple Nurples. He needs to change his name. I can't.
It's tough to say, yeah.
I can't keep saying this every week. Gets the dub 123-109. Asti was able to pick up their second win of the season, joining those 6 teams tied for 6th place. They are currently hold the tiebreaker with points, but it will be a close race. Asti was led by their franchise quarterback, Joe Shiesty, with a whopping 41 points. Fluke or sign of things to come for Mr. Burrow?
Sign of things to come, for
sure.
Sign of
things to come.
For sure.
Seth thinks it's a sign of things to come. Who knows? Current wide receiver 1 on the season, Stephon Diggs, did everything he could to get Team Barrett Peanut. What is that? You messed it up. The dub of the firepower from Asti was too much to overcome. I'm done saying his team name.
Yeah.
It's just Asti
now
for the rest of the season. And our next matchup, worst to slightly better, facing Friday Night Splash. And Friday Night Splash getting the narrow victory. This game, an absolute snooze fest. Both teams were not good, but there had to be a winner, and that was Ben Smith, who, along with worst to slightly better, moved to 2-4. There's not much to say about the players involved in this game, as the winner scored 75 points. Which I think... Yeah, I think every other loser, even besides Eric, would have won that game. So, and we have one game left here. The matchup of the week. Most anticipated matchup, possibly of the season so far, up to this point. Seth Sucks and Phil the Thrill. Seth Sucks gets a narrow victory, 112-108. Most anticipated matchup of the week. The 2 top teams in the league faced off in a tough matchup. Seth Sucks was once again led by Josh Allen's 32 points. That man cannot be stopped. Thankfully, he's on a bye this week, so hopefully Ben can take advantage and win that one. On the other side of the ball, Phil the Thrill continues its balanced approach with good performances from multiple players on the team. Phil the Thrill will look to bounce back next week after suffering their first loss of the season. And Eric Smith could not be reached for comment, but... either could Seth, so just kidding. Seth, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, I love how much you love saying my team name, first of all.
I do. I love it.
Yeah, I've been changing it every week. I don't know if I'll change it this week. I have a new name in mind, but I don't know if it's ready to be released yet. But yeah, I know you love saying that, so I might give you another week at that.
I'm going to keep saying that.
Okay, yeah.
That's your team name for me the rest of the season.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Ben Smith, I know he is 2-4, I think, but I got Josh Allen on bye, and when Josh Allen's on bye, I definitely can lose this next week. So,
who are you starting quarterback?
Zach Wilson this week.
He's not playing the Cougars, is he?
Oh, I wish. Definitely get his dub there.
You got anything else?
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, good game, Eric. Yeah. In the nicest way possible. Not sarcastic.
It sounded pretty sarcastic.
It did. It came off that way.
Kick his ass, Ben. We have some league news here. A couple trades this week. First, the trade. Phil the Throw receives Evan Ingram, 2023 third and 25 first. And Tight End Factory Reincarnated receives Trevor Lawrence and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, which, as soon as this matchup ended, happened reverse. Except I think Eric kept the third, and Corey kept MVS. So, worth a 1 week rental? I guess he won. He didn't win.
No, he lost. Wait,
he lost.
Yeah, he lost.
He lost. So it wasn't even worth the 1 week rental. Shouldn't have done it. But well, I guess. And the other trade of the week, Bad Mother Tucker receives a 2024 and 2025 first and Melvin Gordon. And then Sutton on TDs receives Travis Etienne, Deontay Johnson, and a 2023 fourth. I feel really good about that trade.
Why? Do you feel like you took advantage of Eric?
He proposed it to me.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, we've talked about Etienne a lot, me and him. No, I think I get another running back, which I very much needed. And getting rid of Melvin Gordon is nice because I hate him. And he was benched. So that's great. And I had plenty of firsts, so I'm not losing much there. And I've seen rumors that Deontay Johnson could be traded. And one landing spot I've seen is Green Bay.
Every receiver gets tied to Green Bay.
That's true, but if Deontay Johnson landed there, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, we flew through that.
Got to get it under 30 minutes.
We flew through that. Now it is time. Let me pull the trusty phone out. It is time for the weekly recap questionnaire. I have to find them on my phone. All right, Seth. How do you think your team has performed this far? Any surprises or disappointments? I swear if you say you have any disappointments, I'm going to backhand you.
I do have one disappointment. Like, I wanted to come with a surprise and a disappointment. But, yeah, well, so far I'm 6-0. Lead the league in scoring. Defending champ. You know, the drill. But surprise has been Raheem Mostert. He's been
fair,
really good. I thought he'd split time at best. He's, like, completely taken over the backfield. Yeah, I love having him. I started him this week over Najee, which was the wrong decision because Najee had a touchdown. But
you won.
I squeaked out the win again, and yeah, not bad after all. But I think he will have a good rest of the season if he stays healthy. And yeah, disappointment so far. Elijah Moore has been the disappointment. I still think he's a good young player, but yeah, he hasn't really done much yet. So. That's my disappointment. I haven't had to start him, but he has been a disappointment.
I'm so disappointed about this guy that rides my bench.
I thought he'd be a lot better, personally. I thought I'd be able to start him, but haven't been able to. Yeah, happy with my team's performance overall.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Second question. As the only other person in Modelo time that I know of, I could be wrong, I have no idea, that listens to Bussin' with the Boys, at least occasionally. Question has to be asked. Will or Taylor?
Yeah, so I'm going to answer your question with a question, then I'll answer it. Like, do you mean like comedy? Like fan as a football player? Like, what category am I choosing?
I mean, who is your favorite? Will or Taylor?
Can I give context to each?
No.
Okay, so Will is funnier, I think, but Taylor I'm a bigger fan of in football.
That's not what I asked. Who's your favorite?
That's my answer.
Who's your favorite?
Taylor.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fucking fake. It's crazy. Oh, man, I should have put him on the start one, bench one, cut one.
Taylor?
Nebraska edition.
Oh, Will?
I should have done
like Will Levante?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
that's Levante
that's another
He's
level.
starting for sure.
Yeah.
Next question. You get 3 players from your team to help you in a horror movie. You must all survive. Who do you pick?
So, yeah.
Because neither of us like horror movies, so I thought it'd be fun.
I don't love horror movies, so I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. Josh Allen, because I feel like he's just huge and athletic.
Yeah, that
and
makes
he
sense.
can hurdle people and keep running like he did against the Chiefs. That was unreal.
I'm not sure how that's going to help you survive.
But he's athletic. I don't know. Like, he can protect me, maybe. I'm not.
I feel like he's the one that needs protection. He's a quarterback.
Well, here's my second player for my team. Cowboys defense, you know.
No, player.
Well,
not
he is a player on my team.
That doesn't count. Pick somebody else.
Okay, well.
You don't get to pick
can I
defense?
pick Micah Parsons? He's on my team.
I'll allow it.
Okay, Micah Parsons. And then the last one was tough. I couldn't decide between Jameis Winston and Mo Alley Cox, but I'm going to go with Jameis for his leadership. I love his speeches, so... Hey.
I never thought I'd ever hear somebody pick Jameis for his leadership.
Have you ever heard him give a halftime speech? It's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. Love it. So
hey, if you strong, we all strong.
Exactly. Exactly. And we need that in a horror film, I'd say. I don't watch a lot of them, but I think that would be helpful.
Hey, I heard he can get you some crab legs too.
Yeah. Whatever will help.
It might help.
Yeah. Haven't seen a horror movie in a while.
All right. Nebraska edition here. Start one, bench one, cut one. Amir Abdullah, Rex Burkhead, Anthony Grant.
So one of these was an easy decision. Wait, are we looking at each other? The camera. We talked about the camera.
You look wherever you want.
You're looking at me. I feel bad.
I look at you every now and then, but then I look at you in the camera. It doesn't matter.
I just felt bad, so I wanted to clarify.
Fine.
So one of these was really easy for me. I'm cutting Anthony Grant. He has been great so far, but I talk about Nebraska running backs. I gotta bench. This one was tougher. I'm benching Rex Burkhead.
Yeah. And
I'm starting Amir Abdullah, who I think is in conversation for the greatest Nebraska running back of all time. Obviously, I'm not throwing him up number one because we've had some great ones come through in Lincoln here. But I think, I think Amir is in that conversation at least. Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rozier. I don't know if you want to count Johnny Rodgers as a running back.
Yeah, that one's tough.
Yeah, so
tough.
He didn't win a Heisman, but he was up for it on a 9-3 team. He's in that conversation.
He's top 5 for sure.
Yeah. So, I'm starting Amir, benching Rex, and cutting Anthony Grant. The Anthony Grant was pretty easy, even though he's been solid.
I figured you were going to start Amir.
Oh, there goes Marshmallow.
Of course. I hate that cat. I figured you'd start Amir. I was interested to see what you were going to do with Rex and Grant.
Oh, yeah?
Just because, I think a lot of people forget about Rex Burkhead in Nebraska.
Yeah.
And, how good he was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's still in the NFL.
He's still in the NFL.
He plays,
he was,
every week. So.
He was a really late pick, too, in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how late.
Well, he kind of broke out kind of late, too.
Well, that's because we had a good line of running backs there for a little bit.
Yeah, I meant in the NFL. Didn't he take... What was the first team he was on? Because he didn't really break out until he was on the Patriots.
He was with the Bengals for a while. And, always kind of flirted with breaking out, but he was never the number one back.
Yeah, he's never been a number one back. Except the end of last year, but...
But, he was on the team, and they had... It was when they had Giovanni Bernard and... who's their other back?
Before Joe Mixon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
I can't think of it right now, and it's going to piss me off. I'll think of it eventually. Not during this video, but I'll figure it out. I'll look it up. All right, and now the last question, and the best question. The question that everyone's been waiting for. Seth, what is the worst trade offer you've received in Modelo time?
Yeah, that's a great question. I do want to say I've probably made a lot of bad ones. So
Everyone has.
I'm not ever upset with bad trades. Send them my way. I love it. It gives me a little bit of endorphins when I get a trade. So not upset, but and this one, it may have been a joke. It ended up turning into a great trade. So, and me and Eric have made several of trades since then. I already said the name. I shouldn't have done that. My bad.
You haven't said which Eric.
Yeah, true.
So we know it's one of the Erics.
But I got offered 3 players that were on the verge of retirement. Todd Gurley was one of them. It was he hardly played that year for the Falcons, I think, and that was his last year.
We're going early.
Yeah, this is on the Flea Flicker app. So I don't remember all of it. I couldn't look back and look at it. It was Todd Gurley and a couple other old players. And then a 10th round, a 9th round, a 8th round, a 7th round, a 6th round. It was 8 assets for Odell Beckham Jr. And in offering that much for Odell, fair, whatever. But none of the assets were relevant. Ended up turning into a trade. I traded him Odell anyway. So it worked out. But it was definitely the most this is funny trades I ever got. I want to share one more.
Wait. Which Eric was it?
Oh, Eric Lanier. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which I love trading with Eric. So it was a good trade. I know he loves Odell, so he was probably just throwing whatever he could to get Odell without giving up anything, and I respect it for sure.
He traded me Odell.
He did, yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
It did not take much conversing.
Yeah. I got Miles Sanders and DJ Chark, and he got Odell and somebody else. So it was, yeah, it ended up well for both of us. Like Odell had a good year, Miles Sanders having a good year, so yeah.
So what's the other one you wanted to bring up?
There's a string of 3 of them. Oh. I got offered first I got offered Will Fuller for a 2022 first.
I already know who this is.
And then everyone probably does. Then I got offered Cordarrelle Patterson for Devontae Adams. Turned that down. And then right away, I think I got offered Cordarrelle Patterson and Will Fuller for Devontae Adams. Just like 3 in a row, like just kept getting a little better. A little better, yeah. But still.
Are they though? Because like you wouldn't take a first for Devontae Adams, would you?
I took a first, third, and Elijah Moore for Devontae Adams. That's what.
But not just a first.
No.
So is it? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
And who sent you that?
Trevor Lanier.
Yeah.
Which
we all knew.
Trev offers a ton of trades, so I respect it. You know, when you shoot a lot, you're going to miss a lot.
Oh, yeah. And like Levi said, like, pure quantity-wise, he sends the most because he sends the most trade offers.
Love it, too, yeah. I used to do the jerk thing to Trev where if it was really bad, I wouldn't even respond to it, but stopped doing that, realized that was mean.
Are you throwing shots out to people right now that don't respond to trades?
Not necessarily.
Is that what you're doing?
Not necessarily, because I used to do it.
It kind of sounds like
I used to do it.
And we're done for the day.
I used to do it. I'm just saying now I realize that that's kind of rude, so I got back to him. I started responding and declining them.
It sounds like you're throwing shots to people that maybe don't respond to trades.
Some people are busy. I get it. Fantasy is fantasy football. It's not the most important thing, so. It's easy to say that when you win, though.
How are you in the league? Fantasy football is the most important thing in life.
I do love it. I love fantasy football.
It is more important than everything.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Name something.
I can't think of something more important than fantasy football. You're right.
Marriage? Nope. Fantasy football.
Yeah, let me actually hear.
I don't want it. There's a window right there for you.
Yeah.
All of you that can't see what was funny. Well, look at that. We are way under 30 minutes.
You don't have a trade offer to offer me like you did with Steven?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
I haven't even looked at your... I figured, it's pretty tough to trade. Because, like, obviously I'm a competing now team and you're a competing now team.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty tough to find a trade between us.
Yeah. Are you a competing now team? I'm just kidding.
Dude, you're so lucky you got me on a bad week. You're so fucking lucky.
So you don't have any offers?
Not for you. No, I have plenty of offers, but not for you.
Okay. That's fair.
I actually don't have any offers out right now.
Yeah, me either. I have a transaction out. I should probably... Ooh. Yeah. Do you care to say who? Yeah, I care to say who. Well, actually, when are you posting this? I don't know. Well... Might be tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. If you promise not to pick them up, then... I'm not actively looking at picking anyone. I have no... I have to look at it and see. I did have one, but I canceled it because I was like, I don't need to do this. And because now I thought I had an extra bench spot, but now that I made that trade with Eric, I no longer do. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know. But it was for a certain quarterback that... Taylor Heineke? Yes. Yeah. Mine is not for Taylor Heineke. Although that wouldn't be bad for me this week, but... Would not be. Do you want me to tell you? And you have to promise not to go after them and then post this tomorrow, though. If I tell you. Well, I can't promise to post this tomorrow. Okay. Well, then, you want me to bleep it out? Yeah, I'll bleep it out. Bleep it out. Okay. And you're not going to go after them? I won't go after them. Okay. It's let me just all my money on
Why?
Because they're solid and young and... You gonna bleep all of that out? I just gave away.
Dude, I have no idea how to bleep stuff out.
Oh my god. Well, you have to post this tomorrow, man.
I'll figure out how to bleep it out, maybe, hopefully.
Or just post it tomorrow. You can literally
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I might have to post
if I don't get them, that's fine. Like, whatever. But
yeah,
that's messed up. If you
I don't think you need to add...
in the championship. Yeah. We both scored like 170 in that game.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. Also, thank you for not bringing the trophy.
I thought about it, but that's why you didn't want to zoom, huh? Because I can put the trophy in the background.
I didn't think about that, but maybe like subconsciously that was a reason. I just thought it'd be like, we live what?
About a mile away from each other?
Dude, it's not even a mile.
Yeah, there's maybe not. I don't
15
know.
blocks?
You want me to look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look it up right now.
It's less than a mile and a half for sure.
Yeah. What's my address?
Dude, I have no idea what your address is.
It's 1.5 miles.
Exactly?
Yeah, 1.5.
Oh. Yeah. Like, we're that close. There's no point in zooming.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't care to bring the trophy.
I was thinking, like, if you did bring the trophy, how was I going to blur it out?
I would have moved it around so you, like, I know your editing skills aren't that sharp.
Dude, I would have sent this shit to Asa. Like, blur out the trophy.
I'll pay you $3,000 to blur
I was also hoping, like, you would hold it in your lap, and then so when I blurred it out, it just looked like I was...
me out?
That, too. Not what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's good. We could just do that instead.
I could. And, like, distort your voice so it's super low, so it's anonymous.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun. Are we trying to get to 30 minutes? Is that what we were doing?
Not necessarily. I was just... you made trade offers with Steven last week, and I felt kind of left out. So I wanted...
I don't have anything to offer you. I mean, like, obviously I can offer you a bad trade.
Yeah, offer me a bad trade.
But I don't think I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm trying to offer good trades. Every now and then.
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere, though.
That is true.
Sometimes it's bad. Everyone values players differently.
If you want to know what the value on Justin Jefferson is, I can tell you.
Yeah, what's that?
Not going to tell you.
Okay.
Because I might try to still get him. See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you have like 5 first, so just
I do.
That,
I do have 5. I'm not 5. I'm pretty sure I told you what I offered for Justin Jefferson when we were watching the Husker game.
Maybe you did. I forgot.
Nice. Good memory. I'm so glad you listened to me.
I mean, I forgot. I listened for sure, yeah.
Well, that is all we have for you. Mostly because Seth needs to get the hell out of my house.
Yeah, I do need to leave. I got stuff to do, so.
Oh, I was just saying because, well, yeah, because you have to leave.
Oh, hey, Marshmallow. Hop up.
Don't you tell that cat to... Bye.